I want you to imagine waking up one day and realizing you're no longer in a democracy, that laws are no longer written for you, but for an ideology. I'm Christi Chanelle. This isn't a history seminar or dry lecture. This is us looking in the mirror at what's happening now and why it matters, and how we stop it before we lose everything we believe in. Today, we're going deeper. It's not just who's dangerous, but why people fall into these ideologies. We're going to pull back the curtain on Christian nationalism, Project 2025, far-right movements, and yes, even the extremes on the left. We'll land with what's happening right now, the generals being called together, rumors of mass firings, missing immigrants, and what's already been enacted. If you're here because you're scared, confused, or just done feeling powerless, keep listening. This one's for you. I'm Christi Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. Welcome to Mindfck Monday, because the news should come with a trigger warning. I'm Christi Chanelle. Today we're going deep inside the extremist mind, not to excuse them, not to coddle them, but to understand how people get radicalized, why they believe the world needs to burn, and why that matters to all of us. This is not a school lecture. This is real life. If you're nervous or scared, you are not alone. At all. I am too. I'm here to help make sense of this and give you ways to act. Why this episode? Because if you've been watching headlines and thinking, how did we get here? This episode is for you. This isn't about shaming people. It's about opening eyes to what's happening, especially Project 2025, and how these extremist ideas are creeping into our government right now. People don't wake up hateful. Extremism builds economic stress, social isolation, humiliation, a hunger for belonging. These are the cracks that extremist recruiters fill. They whisper, "You're not the problem, they are." And once you see your neighbor as the enemy, violence starts to feel like justice. Across every group we're about to talk about, that's the core pattern. Fear plus alienation plus an enemy to blame equals justification for harm. Christian nationalism and Project 2025. This is the most mainstream form of extremism shaping our politics right now. Christian nationalism. It's the belief that America was founded as a Christian nation and must be restored to one. For many leaders, Christian nation is a code for white, conservative, Christian dominance. It's not new. It grew from the 1980s moral majority and backlash to civil rights reform. Under Trump, it gained rocket fuel. Today, it's institutionalized through groups like the Heritage Foundation. I know you have heard that group repeatedly. They are the very people behind Project 2025. You know, the one that Trump said he knew nothing about.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Project 2025 is their blueprint to shift the entire federal government into Christian nationalist hands. Hundreds of objectives, key architects already appointed inside the government, federal grants and loans paused in line with its agenda, executive orders echoing its proposals. It's happening quietly, but it's happening. Psychologically, Christian nationalism offers certainty. It says the world used to be good, and it can be again, but only if we take it back from them. That's intoxicating to someone feeling lost or angry. It gives purpose. It sanctifies discrimination. Social media supercharged this ideology. Podcasts, YouTube shows, TikToks reaching millions of young people. Leaders like Charlie Kirk wrap identity politics and grievance in a religious mission. When faith and politics merge, compromise stops feeling possible. January 6th was proof of that. Once you see Christian nationalism at the center, the other movements make sense. First in line of our extremist groups is techno-authoritarians. Democracy is inefficient. They want a CEO king, funded by billionaires. Then we have accelerationists and groypers. That one I heard when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. They believe collapse must come faster so a white Christian state can emerge. Boogaloo boys. They are openly prepping for a civil war. Some have been arrested for terror plots and murder. Last, we have black pill nihilists. They feel life is meaningless, progress is a lie. Many are incels radicalized online who've actually committed mass murders. I can't talk about the right extremism without speaking about the left. Much smaller but real. Anarchist sabotage. Radical eco groups burning labs or developments. Antifa-aligned assaults. These acts escalate fear and polarization. Different flavors, same psychology. Alienation, grievance, belonging, enemy, justification. This isn't theoretical. Worshippers murdered in synagogues. Black churchgoers killed in Charleston. Women targeted in yoga studios. Police plotted against. Government workers threatened. Each attack creates a ripple. Fear, polarization, new laws restricting everyone's freedoms. Why we can't look away. Ignoring extremism won't make it go away. It thrives in the dark. Understanding gives us power. Power to intervene early, power to vote with clarity, power to talk with people before they're lost. Here's what we know and what we don't. On Tuesday, September 30th, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has called over 800 generals and admirals together. No clear reason given. Speculation ranges from pledging allegiance to a leader over the Constitution to mass firings. We'll definitely be watching. A government shutdown looms. The president reportedly told Republicans not to negotiate with Democrats. Threats of mass firings of Democrats have been floated if a shutdown does occur. Verification is incomplete, but the fact that it's being said is alarming. On Truth Social, the president has posted that security forces can go at civilians, protesters opposing ICE, with full force. There are also reports of 1,200 immigrants missing from Alligator Alcatraz. We don't yet have credible confirmation, but if it's true, it's a human rights crisis. We'll keep tracking. We don't know everything yet, but we do know pieces of Project 2025 are already being enacted. The blueprint is not theoretical. It's influencing policy today. This is why I built the activist chain. We're kicking into high gear. I now have an IT person ready to help us get on Signal and Discord, so we have a secure place to talk. Amplifiers and shields are our lifeline. Amplifiers spread the message when information is being suppressed. Shields protect the people sending it behind the scenes, making sure our community stays safe. I'm calling a leadership meeting in the next couple of weeks. If you want to stand up in your state and become a leader, please reach out to me. Email me at Christi@activistchain.com. It will be in the show notes. Tell me where you are. Tell me you're interested in becoming a part of the city-to-city, state-to-state, grassroots community system. We're building this now because we can't wait until after the next crisis hits. We prepare before, not after. Inside the extremist mind isn't a place you want to stay, but we have to look at it long enough to understand how dangerous it is and how to stop it from spreading. Stay curious, keep paying attention, stay awake, and mostly, stay human. Empathy is a superpower, not a weakness. Join the activist chain. Let's get activated. Okay, let's start a revolution, baby.